We welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And, Jay, this might be the greatest club in the NBA.
Ooh, Ed, I'm ready. I'm really relaxed, but I get worried. The letters MIA is actually a distress signal. I've seen it personally. A lot of players go missing in action in South Beach.
Well, come on inside the AAA American Airlines Arena and the start of this one here tonight. The Celtics begin the game with the basketball. To Horford. Short jumper won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. Lowry to Oladipo for three. His first effort off the mark. Looking for his man. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Lowry. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Oladipo. To Love. Turns and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Probing the defense. To Jaylen Brown. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Butler. To Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Love. Got it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Butler. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Nice pass to get things going.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Jaylen Brown. And the basket good at the rim.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Oladipo to Lowry. To Love. Victor Oladipo. Not that time. He missed it. To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jaylen Brown At the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Brown's free throw, good. And the Celtics add one more to their lead. He'd have the basketball. Lowry. Celtics able to clear the board. To Jaylen Brown. To the rim. Knocked loose. So Lowry. Oladipo. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Horford. Gets it in the right corner. To Jaylen Brown. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Lowry, guarded by Derek White. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Smart. Sizing up the defense. Celtics have it. Deep left corner. Has a chance. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look. Eric Spoelstra now going to use a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Oladipo against White. From the painted area, won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Marcus Smart. Tatum. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Jaylen Brown. Pass stolen by Miami. Butler. Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. And stuffs it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oladipo to Love. Oh, nice find for the basket.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Horford. And he'll head to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Al Horford has got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Miami with the basketball. Butler surveys the floor.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Oladipo. You've got to get that one to go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Oladipo into the front court. Right now, down 7. Good look that time, but off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Marcus Smart. Knocked loose. Horford to Marcus Smart. Won't go down. To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Butler into the front court. 5-point game. And draws the foul.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Celtics have it. To Brogdon. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Able to convert inside.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oladipo. Well, their first three, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
To Brogdon. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Oladipo into the front court. Down 5. Lets it fly from long range. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Brogdon to Marcus Smart. Shot won't go. Butler to Oladipo. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Nelson with the basketball. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Oladipo. Nice pass to set things up. Throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finishing. It's all business.
To Marcus Smart. Brogdon. Tatum. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Oladipo. Scores from the post.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
The first quarter's complete with the Celtics in front. Second quarter about to start. Jay, this has felt like a game of horse. It was shot for shot in the opening period.
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players would drive me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just going there.
Okay. Well, you went there.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Butler to bring it up. Down 6. To Griffin. Trying to cash in. Griffin shot off the mark. Oladipo into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. It's a big finish. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Boston with the basketball. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Butler. Jimmy Butler, 3 for 3 in this first half.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. To Marcus Smart. And a nice finish at the rim.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Miami's got it. Oladipo to Butler. He got a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Brogdon. Griffin. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Oladipo into the front court. Margins 8. Knocked loose. To Griffin. Doesn't get the bounce. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Butler. Shot clock winding down. And Jimmy Butler, not that time, gets it at the top of the key. Oladipo to Butler. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Brogdon. Off the assist.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
New blood coming in for both sides. Lowry to Oladipo. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To the outside, to Jaylen Brown. Down low for Griffin. Short jumper off the mark. Lowry with it, trailing by 10. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Celtics have it. To Griffin. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Blake Griffin trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 68%. Missed it at the line. Lowry into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Oladipo to Lowry. To Oladipo. Has a look. Yes, Victor Oladipo. Now 4 for 9. Brown into the front court. His team on top by 8. Down to Griffin. Second effort. And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Blake Griffin, a couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. It's the Heat with the possession. Lowry takes stock of the floor. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Brown with it up top. His team up by 7. Tatum. Can't get the bounce. To Lowry. And a pass stolen by Boston. Love to Lowry. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
To Griffin. To Jaylen Brown. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Adebayo matched up with Derek White. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Jaylen Brown. Goes reverse to lay it in.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
So Lowry. Driving right to the basket. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Brown into the front court. Up 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Love snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Love. Kevin Love. He's 2 for 2 now.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Into the game for the Boston Celtics, number 42.
To Horford. Slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Lowry. Knocked loose. To Lowry. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Celtics have it. Probing the defense. To Jaylen Brown. Has a chance and scores on the step back. Unguardable Jay.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry into the front court. 5-point game. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Griffin. Easy pass to the rim.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Not that time. To Jaylen Brown. To Griffin. Horford. Rebound to Oladipo. Butler into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Lowry. Jaylen Brown swats it. Couldn't keep it in. Out of bounds off Jaylen Brown. Brad Stevens will change up his lineup. Butler. Shot clock winding down. Lowry. Tatum grabs the board. To Jaylen Brown. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Celtics have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Heat are within striking distance at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals.
The story of this game so far has been the lack of ball security. Neither team can hold on to the ball. And unfortunately, it made the first half kind of tough to watch.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The margin standing now at 7. To Butler. Kevin Love. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Butler to Love. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Boston with the basketball. Pass stolen by Miami.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Screen coming. Oladipo to Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
He'd get control. And finishes at the rim. Kevin Love with the stuff.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Butler to Lowry. Shot from the lane won't go. Brown into the front court. Leads 3. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Butler. The drive, right to the...
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Horford. To Jaylen Brown. Working hard on the... Oh, and a putback.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
It's the Heat with the possession. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. To Marcus Smart. Oh, he had it. Lowry with it. Right now, down 7. To Butler. To Horford. Here comes the screen. To Horford. From long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. Lowry into the front court. They trail by 7. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
He'd have the basketball. Oladipo. Layup goes down. Well done.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Lowry. From the painted area, won't go down. To Jaylen Brown. Five on the shot clock. Shot by Tatum won't go. The follow won't go either. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down 11. Lowry. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
I got him. Here we go.
Oladipo against White. Ah, the monster stuff. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Here comes the screen. To Marcus Smart. Boston with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance, knocks it down. Off the step back.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Victor Oladipo. Changes coming from both sides right now. Brown with it up top. The advantage is 13 points.
Screen left, come. Screen left, come. Screen left.
Dwayne Dedmon sends it away. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. The Heat secure the rebound. Lowry into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. To Butler. To Lowry. 5 to shoot for Miami. Lowry. Butler buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Screen coming. Screen.
To Marcus Smart. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Butler. To Marcus Smart.
Right.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fires the 3. Working hard on the glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Can't connect from inside. Brown into the front court. Up a dozen. Kicks it outside to Brogdon. 4-3. Not that time. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. He'll run the offense. They'll go to Butler. Down low. Flushes it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Brogdon to Marcus Smart.
Screen coming left. Screen coming.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Ah, Smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Lowry. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. And Boston has the rebound. To Marcus Smart. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Miami with the basketball. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Brown with it up top. His team on top by 13. To Marcus Smart. To Jaylen Brown. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Here comes the screen. 17-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth and final quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
To Butler. Here comes the screen. Jimmy Butler for 2. And he buries it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Marcus Smart. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Can't connect that time against the double. To Marcus Smart. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Marcus Smart at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Miami's got it. Butler. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
To Horford. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Butler. Ball's tied up. We'll get a jump ball. Someone needs a breather. Eric Spoelstra making the move to his bench. To Horford. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Substitution being made in this one. Butler. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Brown into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Celtics have it. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand. Check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Horford. With a drop step. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
To Oladipo. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Horford. It's no good. Great defense.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Lowry has the basketball. To Butler. Oladipo. Down to 5 on the 24. Butler for 2. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Pass stolen by Miami. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And stuffs it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. both squads set to make some moves right now. It's the Heat with the possession. Oladipo picked up by Derek White. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Butler. And a throwdown. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Horford. Short jumper misses. Lowry with it. Down a bundle. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Love. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Victor Oladipo. It's Tatum with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
It's the Heat with the possession. Knocked loose. Kevin Love. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And this will be out of bounds off of Butler. Time to shuffle things up. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Tatum's shot no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. To Jaylen Brown. The pass set it all up.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Butler. Jason Tatum with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And Jimmy Butler gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Jaylen Brown. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Wide open look won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Butler. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot by Tatum won't fall.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum, second effort. Bam, out of bio. Tips it. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Tatum. Off the mark. No good.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Sizing up the defense. Trying to cash in. Round shot, no good. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics added a win with today's solid victory, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Heat just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Marcus Smart gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.